Okay, guys, so I titled this Cleaning House. And what I mean by that is that I've heard other YouTubers, other black women YouTubers, who actually spoke to, who actually wanted to speak to the issues of black women and girls and try to give black women advice on certain things. Um, and I've heard them read comments from other black women when these particular black women decide to call out other black women on their foolishness. Then you have black women, like for example, in the comment section, saying, "Oh, please don't bash black women. Oh, we got enough black men doing that in already. Oh, please stop bashing us. Please stop putting us down because everybody's doing that already." Here's the thing. Here's my opinion because I can't speak for that lady. I was just thinking of what she said in one of the lives. Okay, and she um recently started really holding black women accountable, and I see other black women doing that as well. And you have some black women who take things so personal and are so emotional and unbalanced. And I'm not judging being unbalanced. We just got to work on it every day instead of just expecting other people to constantly put up with the foolishness, but you don't work on yourself. That's something that can't be tolerated. But there are still some ladies that take things personal and unbalanced and saying, "Oh, please don't bash us because the guys do that already and the world's already bashing black women. So we don't need other black women bashing black women." That's not what this is about. See what a lot of us are doing with black women is what black men should have been doing with other black men, okay? And that's why I don't get into this not all black men stuff. You got a handful that actually try to hold black men accountable and actually care about the women and children. That's just a handful. And I can't even name that handful. I don't even know what the names are, but I know they exist somewhere. Okay? And so that's a shame when I can't even really name them, okay? Because getting on YouTube, some of these guys getting on YouTube and calling guys F boys and talking about black women and suffering, that's nothing. You're getting on there and you're telling people what they want to hear, and it's not to say that they're not sincere, but I'm not impressed by a black guy get on YouTube calling out BS from these guys and trying to take off of black women, and you don't go any further than YouTube, and then everybody's supposed to be praising you. No, I don't really, I can't get into that too much, okay? But here's what I want to say. No, what some of these ladies are doing who used to defend black women, who used to feel like black women were victims, and now that they've been exposed to the truth, they calling out the mess. What we are doing is what black men should have been doing, cleaning house. That's what we're doing. So I don't care about all of this saving face, talking about, "Oh, well, other people are bashing black women, so let me not call this out because other people bash black women as it is." I'm not interested in saving no face. I'm not interested in saving face. I'm not interested in trying to hide anything and keep anything quiet for the sake of because everybody else is. I'm ready to clean the house because what we have seen. This is something that I've known. But now a lot more black women are coming to understand this, is that black women really are the serious problem. Okay? They really are the problem. They are the serious problem. We see this with this R. Kelly thing, how so many of them still want to support R. Kelly, regardless of what's been exposed on television. They don't care about these little black girls. We see it all the time. When you have those black women who try to speak out against the abuse, against the bashing, against whatever, and then you have these other treacherous black women who come against you. And this is why I can't get on black women issues no more. The only time I might talk about black women issues is to clear up these lies that have been told on black women, like feminism and welfare is the reason why the man is kicked out. See, that's when I made a little series on why black feminism was needed, and that was back in, really it was formed in the 70s, okay, early 70s. And I made a little series on that because of all the lies and just to try to tell the truth. But at this point, I made an audio talking about black women will stop speaking on other black women's issues more and more. And now I'm starting to see that. I'm starting to see more black women calling each other out. Okay, because at this point we clearly see that a lot of black women suffer severely from Stockholm syndrome, and they are in love with their abusers. Okay, and when they see anybody else, see the thing with that, I'm not going. Now I know some people like to judge that, but what I cannot do is I can't judge anybody else's journey. I can't judge it. But here's what I will do for those ladies. You don't have the strength to stand up to your abusers. But when you see somebody else with some kind of strength on them, you want to go and shut them down. You want to go and side with the abusive male and try to literally kill this black woman who has a voice to speak up. That's what I don't like about those ladies. I mean, I'm not going to judge them if they've been so abused and they lost their voice and they really lost their identity and their whole personality. So you can't tell them who to be and how to act and how to respond because they lost who they are. They don't know who they are. So you can't tell them who to be. They have to find themselves, and that means getting away from the bull. Okay? But what I'm saying is that here's the problem I have with those ladies. Is that just sit your butt somewhere and be quiet. You was afraid to speak up against the bullies and the abusers and the rapists and the criminals. Well, shut your mouth when other black women want to speak out. Shut your mouth. And when you want to turn around and turn against the other black women who actually care about the little girls and those few black women, then here you go trying to shut her up because you're in love with your abuser. That's when I say you need to be taken out. This is when I don't care about your plight. You need to go. And so that's why I talk about clean the house. It's too many black women like that. Too many black women are like that. They are in love with pedophiles. They are in love with, and I already knew that. I spoke on these mothers, how they turn on their daughters when their daughters do want to speak up and say that men in their family touching them, and I've seen it firsthand. But I've spoken on these mothers, and I've talked about how, to stop feeding into this stuff that, oh, you only have one mother. Well, that's your mother. You need to make things work. No, you don't. She did not protect you, and I'm going on, so I'm going to make another video about this. But no, she didn't protect you, and even as a grown up, when you try to tell the truth, she call you a liar because she likes to live in a freaking lie. You don't owe her nothing. You don't owe her your love. You don't owe her your sympathy. You don't owe her nothing. Forget that. I can't stand that blood mess. Which blood has a different meaning when you talk about black women in antiquity. It has a different meaning than it does today anyway. But forget all of that. Forget that. And so what I want to do, and I'm part of it, is cleaning house. Because I said before, these dudes ain't going nowhere. These degenerate dudes exist because of black women like that. And there's too many black women like that. And these degenerate males ain't gonna go nowhere until those women are cleaned out. Because here's an example I want to give you. Okay, I'm originally from Alabama. I lived in Los Angeles for 8 years, and before that I lived in Cleveland, Ohio for 4 years. So I've been out from down south really almost 13 years, because this is my 13th year in Los Angeles, California. This is my 13th year. So, this is my 13th year, my 9th year in Los Angeles, California, and my 13th year away from living in Alabama. But here's what I want to say. So, all of these areas where these projects are, these poor income areas are undergoing gentrification. And so there's an area in Montgomery, Alabama. It was a project called Tulane Court, Tulane, Tulane Court, near Alabama State University. Okay? And it used to be very violent, it used to be very ghetto, of course, full of, people, impoverished people. And so they went on a gentrification, they cleaned the place up. And you had some black women that's over there, these women with their children. They were so used to dysfunction, they were so used to abuse, that they left that place, that clean place. It wasn't because they couldn't afford it. It wasn't because it was not because it was too expensive. It was because it was not dysfunctional enough for them. So these black women, left that nice cleaned up area, even though they were able to afford it, and they went somewhere else where it was killing, where it was a bunch of craziness happening. They went to that area. So this is what I'm telling you, is that these ladies are going to keep producing the Tommy Sotomayors. They're going to keep producing the Umar Johnsons. They're going to keep producing these thugs, or these guys that you see in the street that want to shoot. Every time a black woman say no, they want to shoot you in the head. Okay? These black women keep producing. And so getting rid of these guys ain't going to do no good, because if you try to get rid of the guys, these black women are going to fight you. So while you trying to fight them, these black women going to be fighting you, and you're going to have a lot on your hands. Okay? So they the ones that need to go first. These guys, they can't replicate themselves. So they the ones that need to go. Okay? Because these ladies are the ones that keep giving them their energy. All right? And so anyway, with that being said, I was just going to end this with clean the house. This ain't about bashing nobody. Sensitive women want to get all in the comment section, or just want to get their feelings hurt because they feel like you bashing. No, as far as what I'm concerned, this other lady that was accused of hating and not liking black women, no, it's that she went hard for black women, and she finally learned the truth. It's not that the truth wasn't there, it's just that it just really came out. You know, once she had a platform to speak up for black women, the truth came out about who black women really were. It's not that it wasn't, the truth wasn't always there to be seen. Okay? And the same thing with a lot of other people, especially this year in 2019, and especially with that R. Kelly docuseries. I haven't seen them, but and that's because I stopped TV, because I'm just working on just really myself, and I don't need to look at all these other programs when I'm working on myself. But it's not that I don't, it's not that I feel like I'm too good to look at it, because really most of the stuff that you see on television, whether you like it or not, is going to be some kind of trash in one way or another. So it's not that I think I'm too good to look at the docuseries. I just haven't looked at TV in a while, and I haven't looked at radio in a while. But I'm hearing a lot anyway, because I'm subscribed to, ladies on YouTube that's been talking about it. And too many black women are defending this docuseries expose who a lot of black women really are. And at this point, this is no longer about trying to keep things quiet to save face because black men bash black women, so let me not say nothing. No. It's time to clean house. And when I say clean house, I'm not exactly talking about doing something to these women yourselves, but I'm talking about completely cutting them off. I made an audio talking about they need your life force. Yeah, that's why they don't want you to go nowhere, because they need your life force. That's why they hate you expanding your options, because they need your life force. That's what I'm talking about. Clean the house is just to pull your support and pull your energy away from them. That's what I mean. So that's what I mean by clean the house. I don't mean by physically doing anything to anybody. Although these ladies are so treacherous, well, if they come to try to hurt you, don't hesitate to call the police on them the same way you're going to call the police on these guys. Call the police on them too. One lady threatened to slap a woman who promotes black women expanding their options. She's a big promoter of black women expanding their options. And you had another black woman YouTuber talking about she gonna slap her. Call the police on her. Say that she is saying physical threats. It was public. Call the police. Clean house. When they do that, get rid of them. Forget her being a black woman. No, they gotta go. They are problematic. Okay? So anyway, with that being said, you guys just let me know what you think as usual, and I will talk to you later.